Okay, so you know, the first take of this didn't really like, so we're trying again. I feel like when you leave YouTube for a little bit and then like try to transition back, it's always just so difficult. It's so awkward to me. It's awkward. So there are a couple of things I want to say in this video that I think are important context for this video, right? So I moved to Gainesville in June. And it's been fine. I think once I started internship, it was fine. It's still fine. The apartment debacle is what it is. But I think I underestimated how much of an adjustment internship was going to be. And I think that I had unrealistic expectations of myself and unrealistic expectations of what I would be able to do with the channel, right? So I think that context, thinking about that, keeping that in mind, I was like guilt tripping myself for like the past 2 months of like, you haven't posted anything on the channel, like all these people support you, and like, are you that good of an influencer if you're not able to balance this with internship? And it really started messing with my head, because I would watch other people be able to do these things and do internship, right? And I guess in some ways I was disappointed in myself that I wasn't able to handle it. And I think that in other ways I was mind reading that you all on the channel would be disappointed that I'm also not able to balance it, right? And that's not necessarily fair to me, and it's not fair to you all, because I'm sure you all aren't thinking that at all. I'm sure you all are like, Tanisha's adjusting, it's all fine, you know? But like in my head, it's like, you all are probably like, Tanisha sucks and she's a terrible YouTuber, right? And it just is what it is. And I don't believe that's what you all would think. And I would hope you wouldn't think that, because it's hard. So I think with that in mind, like I kept taking breaks, and I kept saying like, every update video I would say like, oh, I'm gonna be more consistent, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And it's just been hard. It's hard to be consistent on YouTube. It is very hard to keep all of the balance that I had in graduate school, especially now because I work 8 to like 6. I get home 6:30 sometimes. And then when I get home, I'm exhausted because I had a long day. I write all day, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing stuff on internship. And so I think, you know, it's just hard. And I want to like apologize for that. And I also hate that when I take breaks from YouTube, I always feel like I have to explain myself. I always feel like there has to be justification of why I haven't been consistent, right? And I've done it several times. There's several videos of like where I've been, what I've been doing, why I haven't been on YouTube. And I'm very quickly leaving that stage of my life where I feel like I need to explain. And I feel like I need to explain why I've been gone. And there's nothing to explain. Internship is hard. I'm trying to write a dissertation. That's hard. It's just hard. It's hard balancing all the things. I have so many ideas, so many great ideas, so many content, so much creativity, and I just don't have the capacity to bring those things to fruition, and that is very disappointing to me. And so that makes me really sad. And then I get like in these creative ruts. Like I have content that I have like scripted out that I just literally like physically cannot record, because like I just am so disappointed that I don't have the capacity to do YouTube the way that I want to. I don't have the capacity to do my gaming channel the way that I want to. And so because I feel like I'm not doing it, you know, my best, it's not good enough. And so then I don't do it at all, right? And so I know that I did the test stream on the channel. I did a test stream over on Twitch. I've had 2 streams since then. And it's frustrating, right? So, you know, this is probably going to be the last ever like update video. And I just will create content as I feel and as I see fit. and I just don't want to come back and feel like I need to explain where I've been. And I think that part, like freeing myself from that part, like frees up a lot of energy for me to just make the content that I want to make the research corner videos that I want to make the videos about internship that I want to make, do stuff on the gaming channel that I want to make, right? And so I think as I have like transitioned away from graduate school and transitioned into internship, and as I'm about to transition into, you know, like being a whole psychologist and transition into another new phase of my life, I think that the channel is going to have to grow and change with me. And so hopefully that's fine. You know, if it's not, I'm sure there are other grad school creators that you can follow and get that kind of content, but I just don't know that it'll be me forever. Okay, yeah, sorry, got distracted. Basically, I want to make content. I'm trying to figure out the balance in my life right now. And if I'm continuously saying like, oh, I'm gonna make content, I'm gonna be more creative, and not upholding my word, like it makes it harder for me to create content. It makes it harder for me to like show up as my authentic self, because I feel like I let down people and I feel like I wasn't a person of my word. So to eliminate that pressure that I'm putting on myself mainly, and that I'm putting on, that like creators put on themselves to be consistent, because that's how like content gets seen, that's how content gets monetized, that's how content is consumed when it is more consistent. And so to remove that pressure from myself, like I'm going to try to be consistent, right? But also if it doesn't happen, like I'm also doing a lot of things outside of YouTube, right? So that's where we're at. I hope that this doesn't come across as like super like egotistical or something like that. Like I'm trying my best, and I'm tired of doing update videos. I'm tired of like having to explain myself. I'm tired of like feeling this undue pressure to create content when like, or this undue pressure to like create content, one, that like I might not necessarily like, and two, make content that I don't necessarily like for the sake of like being consistent, and two, like not putting consideration on my own feelings about YouTube, about creating content, about doing these things. Like I need to be a little bit more mindful about like how I'm talking to myself about YouTube, how I'm feeling guilty about like not posting on YouTube. So all that to say, I'm gonna try to be more consistent. If it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, that's okay too. I started YouTube because I was lonely in grad school, and there's so many grad school influencers now, and I feel like, you know, like if I'm consistent, great. I'm also transitioning out of grad school. I have less than a year left. I'm going into my 3rd month of internship. So like I won't be in grad school forever, and that's the bottom line. So I think as Renae Corner grows and shifts, as Tanisha as a person grows and shifts, like things are going to change. I'm going to try to keep up with those changes, and I'm also going to try to like, you know, create content with less guilt and not be like, I don't know, just this video is all over the place. I don't know if I'm getting conceptual, like I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly. I don't know if you all are getting it. But basically, like this probably will be the last update video. I've done it before. I'm kind of over it. Like I'm gonna say the same stuff. Internship is hard. School is hard. Dissertating is hard. Being in a place that I don't have any friends is hard. Being friends only with my coworkers is hard. And I'm trying to balance it all, and I'm trying my best. And sometimes like YouTube is just one of those things that just falls off, and I do feel bad about it, and I feel like feeling bad about it is what stops me from creating the content that I want to create. And so I'm just gonna like stop feeling bad about it. Hopefully that makes sense. Like I don't you know, yeah, whatever, you know, like it is what it is. Hopefully I can create some more videos for you all. Like I do love you all dearly. I appreciate every single one of you who is on the page. Like you all mean the entire world to me, and I don't take it for granted that you all have subscribed and you guys have taken my channel places that I never would have conceived happening. And I'm trying my best to do what's right for like Tanisha the person, not just Tanisha the YouTuber. And so with that, I'm going to stop rambling because I said this is going to be a short 3-minute video and we're probably like at 10 minutes now. So yeah, this will probably be the last update video. Just know I'm trying my best. It's hard, but I do love you all. I appreciate you all. I think you all are beautiful people. I love that you're here. Thank you for watching. If you watch this far, you can leave a rainbow emoji since my shirt's kind of rainbow and I got my red headband. This brand is from Iberleezy. I don't even think his name says Iberleezy anymore. I think it's just Berleezy. He's a gamer on YouTube. He has like 2 million subscribers. It's crazy, right? But I really like him and his content. Blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. If you want to support, I don't think these shirts are being sold anymore. But you can go to easygang.com and see if you can cop one. I don't think they're being sold anymore. I think they were sold out. So there's that. Thank you for watching. Leave a rainbow emoji. I love you all so much. See you in the next one. Peace out. Bye.